All right, boys, we are back, and it's time to head into the playoffs in year number 2 with our Arizona Coyotes. That's right, the playoffs. I did not expect this in year number 2, especially considering that we traded away Mike Smith and a few other players last year, and coming up to the trade deadline this year, Jordan Leopold as well, right? So the trades that we made, we were expecting to miss the playoffs this year and to try to make it back for next year. But our team went on an unbelievable run since the trade deadline, something like 16-3-2 since the trade deadline, with Darcy Kemper in the net, our improved second line, Mark Byzantine as our backup, who actually got us a few wins that we needed. We needed every single win that we got there towards the end. So we have made it into the playoffs in year number 2, and now that we're here, I want to see how far we can go, because if we're playing like a 16-3-2 team since the trade deadline, if we can continue, maybe the sky's the limit for the Arizona Coyotes here. So in round number 1, we got the Vancouver Canucks. I made the mistake in the last video. I thought we had home ice advantage. We don't have home ice advantage against the Vancouver Canucks. They finished with 4 points more than us, I believe. All right, so, but still, Vancouver, I know they got Ryan Miller, but this is year 2, so maybe some of their older players like Ryan Miller and the Sedin twins, maybe they've dropped off a little bit, right? The good news is that we don't have any injuries to deal with whatsoever from our perspective, from the Arizona Coyotes. So before we take a look at the Vancouver Canucks, I just want to show you guys the jersey numbers. I've gone ahead with the captains, and we have Captain Keith Yandel. He's going to lead our team, hopefully as deep as he can into the playoffs. Our alternates are going to be Hansel and Ekman Larson. Hansel is our veteran forward. He's like 29 years old, all right? So he's the forward. Yandel is the defenseman, and then Ekman Larson is like the future alternate or the future captain right now. All right, so Yandel, Ekman Larson, and Hansel. It's really Yandel, Hansel, Ekman Larson, but I think they just put it in alphabetical order. Hansel's the first alternate. All right. So there you go. That is that taken care of. I'm not going to be making any line changes. And also, another good thing I saw in the comments was I should send Mark Byzantine down to the AHL so he can play in the AHL playoff games and start Darcy Kemper. But if I need to bring up Byzantine, then I can bring him up, and that way he can play in the AHL and the NHL. I want to do that. That sounds like a good idea, but he's listed as a backup. So I wonder if he gets games played as a backup in the playoffs. I wonder if that will help him grow more than starting in the AHL, because we saw the progress reports in the last video. He didn't grow. He's been at 81 the entire year, even though we had like 40-something wins on the AHL team, right? So I have some good news. It's the AHL season doesn't end until, the playoffs wouldn't start till here. So I can leave Byzantine as our backup for at least 4 games and not have to worry about it. All right? If Kemper is fine as the goalie in 4 games, then I'll send Byzantine back down to the AHL. But if we run into some problems, I might have to go to Byzantine by game number 4 anyways. So, yeah, I'm going to leave him on the team for now. All right, so that's a big enough introduction. Now let's take a look at the team we're going up against in round number 1, in year number 2, the Vancouver Canucks. All right, so the first line, they got the Sedin twins and Verbata. 87 for Daniel, 88 for Hank, and 85 for Verbata. He's a sniper. So you got 2 snipers and a playmaker. It's a pretty good first line. Second line, you got Chris Higgins, Benino, and Zach Cassian. It's a pretty good second line as well. I like that, actually. They have some depth. They have everything that you need. They got some two-way forwards, power forwards, playmakers. They got 3 snipers. Yeah, it's a pretty good top 6. Third line, you got Jensen, LeCavalier, and Burrows. Damn, that's actually a really good third line. LeCavalier makes that a good third line. Good goal-scoring third line. You got a sniper, playmaker, and then Burrows, who's an 84. Fourth line, McDonald, Richardson, and Hansen. Yeah, you know what? They actually have a pretty good offensive core here in Vancouver. I can see why they're in the playoffs. Defense, Hamuse, 88, Bieksa, 85. Edler, 85. Spiza, 83. Stanton, 81. Corrado, 82. It's pretty good. Hamuse definitely makes that defensive core quite nice, but I don't see any offensive defensemen. And the offensive defensemen really do help your forwards get points and also put up points yourself. Look what Ekman Larson and Yandel has done for us. All right, so they may be a good defensive team, but their offense looks pretty good. So I don't know what to make of that. They could use one offensive defenseman, though. And then Ryan Miller, 88 overall goaltender, and Eddie Laddie-Lack as their backup, all right? So they have a pretty good team here. You compare it to our team, our first line is good. Our second line, their second line looks better, and their third line looks better. Yeah, all right, so they have us for depth. Defensive core, it's hard to say because they got the 88 which beats all of ours, but we have 287 offensive defensemen on the first line. They have Bieksa, who's a defensive defenseman, and a two-way defenseman in Dan Hamhuis. And both those guys take penalties, right? So I don't want to say that theirs is just automatically better. I think ours is good. Yandel was the fourth best point-producing defenseman this year, right? So I think that's where we can have the advantage, our offensive defensemen, if they can help out, all right? And, of course, the goaltender duel definitely goes to the Vancouver Canucks. Eddie Laddie Lack, their backup, is better than our starter, Darcy Kemper, all right? So I'm going to say it. The advantage goes to the Vancouver Canucks. But you know what? I don't care because we weren't supposed to be here anyways. Now, since we have injuries on the entire year, let me just take a look at the Vancouver Canucks. They had a pretty full roster, so, I mean, if they have an injury, damn, it's even going to be worse. Vancouver, no, they don't have a single injury. Okay. They have the AHL team. Yeah, there's some teams still with injuries, right? Let me just go through. Yeah, there you go, Zach Bogosian. All right, so injuries are still on. I haven't forgot about that. All right, so we've done enough time wasting. Let's start round number 1 in year number 2. We're on the road. We're in Vancouver. It looks like the Canucks are back in the playoffs as well. Come on now, Arizona. The first time you play in a playoff game with the title Arizona in your name. You got to show the fans what's good. Come on now. First period. All right. Lucas Pisa gets the opening goal, but Riley Smith gets a goal on Ryan Miller. That was a big, you know what, increasing that second line helped us out tremendously. Second period, yeah, baby, nail Yakupov. All right, that's perfect. Power play goal, 5-on-5 goal. We have a 1-goal lead in the third period. Darcy Kemper, we need some more goals, boys. Simple as that. We need some more goals. I don't trust Darcy Kemper just yet. He's got a long way to go to earn my confidence. All right, there you go. Toivo Teravainen. My top-notch players are definitely stepping up for us this game. Yakupov, Teravainen. Is Darcy Kemper going to have a 1-goal game? Oh, wait, Hank Sedin, a minute left. No. Yeah, baby. All right. So, the Arizona Coyotes, their franchise record of the playoffs is 1-0. That's right. I'm not counting the Phoenix Coyotes or the Winnipeg Jets. The Arizona Coyotes now. So, Riley Smith, our second-line center, our right winger. Yakupov, our first-line right winger. And Teravainen, our second-line center, all put up points. And Darcy Kemper, only 2 goals against. It's a good game. So, I don't know if our offense... Let's see the assists here. Yandel and Ekman-Larsson. Let's see if they chipped in. Teravainen had a 2-point night. Hansel, Ekman-Larsson. There it is. So, yeah. All right, so we had some good point producing in that game, and we solved Ryan Miller, which is the good news. Now, hopefully we don't have any... Don't want to jinx it, but hopefully we don't have any injuries. But I want to leave Mark Byzantine in the net for those kind of games. You see, I think this may be helping him grow faster than playing in the AHL, because he had an unbelievable season in the AHL. He didn't grow at all. All right. So I think it's time to leave him up here. All right, so game number 2. We have the 1-0 series lead. Come on now, boys. Let's show the world that we're not a fluky team. We're 17-3-2 in our last, 23 games or 22 games? Let's keep this up. First period. Yeah, baby. Oh, that second line is really tearing it up. Howla gets a goal. Teravainen had a goal. Riley Smith had a goal. Bodker now has a goal. Hansel had an assist. Yakupov had a goal. Our first 2 lines are tearing it up. Telling ya. Yeah, Ekman-Larsson and Yandel, they're helping. Second period. All right, I'll take that. All right, Darcy Kemper, you got the third period routine set in place. Goalies in the past have been able to do this. Are you going to be one of those goalies? Are you going to steal the job? Oh, my God, Yoensu. I got some third or fourth line depth goal scoring right now. And Darcy Kemper allows 1 in the third from the third line, Nicholas Jensen. But it's just 1 in the third, and it's 1 late, and it doesn't matter anyways. Because Darcy Kemper only allows 1 goal on 34 shots, and the Vancouver Canucks are now trailing 2-0 in the series. Oh, yeah. So Howla got a goal from Teravainen. Bodker got a goal from Yandel and Hansel. So Hansel's got 2 assists. And Yoensu from Chipchura and Gormley. So there you go. There's a nice depth goal scoring right there. All right, but Yandel and Ekman-Larsson chipping in with an assist here and there. And... again, remember when you looked at their lineups, they looked like they had a pretty good offensive group, but I really strongly believe like an offensive defenseman helps out your point producers so much in this game. It really does weigh in heavily. Going back to like PK Subban, like we saw, like that really helps out Pacioretty. Portland player Numelin is available to play in team's next game. Best lines. Newman's got to come up here for the playoff run, doesn't he? He'll be my injury call-up. All right, so we're coming back for our first official home game as the Arizona Coyotes. Let's not let our home fans down, boys. We got to show them what's good. Come on now. First period. All right, so the Vancouver Canucks take their first commanding lead of the series. Daniel Sedin opens up with 2, gets 2 on Darcy Kemper on 9 shots. All right, boys, come on now. The game's not over. Second period. Ooh, it might be over now. Radim Verbata. All right, so the first line definitely showed up big time for the Vancouver Canucks in this game. Third period, can we at least give the fans something to cheer about? Give them like a minute or two of thinking that the game may be tied. Power plays, ooh, and Hank Sedin gets a goal in the third period. Man, we had like 3 or 4 power plays there in the third, and we were shut out. All right. So Ryan Miller comes into our building and earns the shutout. So far in this series, the road team is 3-0. My goodness gracious. So that's okay. You know, we're up 2-1 in the series still. To sweep a team that's ahead of you in the standings, you know, that's a very hard thing to do. So let them have their win. We just need to regroup and come back from that, all right? Darcy Kemper, I'm not going to worry. I'm not going to take you out. Wasn't your fault. You allowed 4 goals, but we didn't get any offense. It was just a bad game. Don't worry about it. All right, boys? So forget about that. Remember what you did in the first 2 games and apply that. Come on now. We have this series, man. I don't want them to get back in it. Come on, boys. First period. Oh! The friggin' Vancouver Canucks have scored 5 straight now. I'm not liking this, boys. Come on now. Darcy Kemper needs some help offense. Second period. Oh, my God. 6 straight for the Vancouver Canucks. On the road as well, they're getting this done. All right, it's not over yet. It's only 2 goals in the third period. Somebody on the top 6. You guys have got to step up. You really have to step up for me now. Come on, there it is. Hansel gets his first goal. First line, our alternate captain. Now at least the fans have something to cheer for. Penalty kill. Oh, come on. Come on. Last minute tie the game. Please. Oh, the Vancouver Canucks. They end up tying up the series. All right, so it's not going to be as easy as I hoped it would. We took a 2-0 series lead. I got ahead of myself. Now the Vancouver Canucks are still in this. Hansel from Ekman Larson and Bodker. All right, so 2-2 series. And the road team is 4-0. So hopefully that maintains because they have home ice advantage. So if the road team wins every single game, we'll win in 7, right? But this is a big game now because the Vancouver Canucks, they have all the momentum in the world, and they're going back to home ice. They win this game, then we're backs against the wall, right? And we haven't won a game at home. Friggin' allowed 6 straight goals before we got that one. Jesus. All right. We got to step it up here. Again, Darcy Kemper played fine in that game. It's our lack of offense. Now, I don't want to change the lines because we got 3 goals in the first 2 games consecutively. I want to give our team a chance to bounce back, you know, the way it is. So I'm going to go with it. Come on now, boys. Show me why. Show me why you guys made it into the playoffs now. The Vancouver Canucks, man, there's much harder teams in the Western Conference. Chicago, LA, Minnesota with Mike Smith. Vancouver, we can't beat them. We still do have a rebuild to go. Come on. First period. All right. I'll take that. Lucas Pisa gets the first goal of the game on a power play. But Hansel, he ties up the game with a big goal. All right, so at least we got a goal early against Vancouver in this one. Come on now. Second period. Yeah, baby. All right. Michael Bodker bats the puck in from the slot. Beautiful. All right. So we had the 1-goal lead going into the third period. Offense, I still need you. The first line is responsible for 2 goals this game. Hansel and Bodker. Second line, Haula, Teravainen, Riley Smith. It would be nice if you guys could chip one in. Maybe our defense could chip one in as well. Power play? No. Come on now. Help Darcy Kemper out. Help the kid out. Oh, my God. 5. Yes! Yes, Bodker. The first line gets another one. Bodker, his 2nd goal of the game. Resume the simulation. Please let that be enough. Oh, no. Vinny Lecavalier, 1:14 left. Yeah, baby. Oh, my God. And the Arizona Coyotes, they got a flair for the dramatic, allowing Lecavalier to score with 1:14 left. But they hold off. Darcy Kemper holds them off. And they win another game, 3-2. Hansel from Ekman Larson and Bodker. Bodker from Yakupov. Bodker from Connor Murphy. Yeah, it's our top 6 and our defense, our first line defense that's really helping them out. All right, so we are up 3-2 in the series, and again, the road team wins again. Unbelievable. So far, every single game, the road team has won. All right, so, man, we got home ice advantage now. We could move off to the second round in year number 2. This is incredible. Boys, my captain, Yandel, my alternates, Ekman Larson and Hansel. It's time for you guys to get the team motivated. There's not much more I can do. All right, the destiny is in your hands, boys. You can do this. All right, no excuses. You can do this. All right, so we're going to do a real-time simulation here. Come on now, boys. Come on now. Oh, Verbata opens up the goal scorer. That's not good. And I think Darcy Kemper, no matter what, is going to get the Game 7 start, even if this is a bad game. He's done enough. He's earned 3 wins in round number 1. He has done enough, in my opinion. Offense, you guys have got to shape up, man. Enough of this road team winning every single game. I want a home ice advantage win. What the hell are these fans in this series paying their hard-earned money for? Oh my goodness gracious. Third period's coming up now, boys. Still don't have a goal. We have a power play out. And Daniel Sedin scores a big... Oh my, it's over. Frankie Corrado and Daniel Sedin both get third period goals on Darcy Kemper. And it looks like the road team is going to win Game 6 as well. In this series, the road team is 6-0. Oh my goodness gracious. And Ryan Miller stole the game that time. 35 shots on net. He earned the shutout. His second shutout of the series, I believe. So we have to go back to Vancouver for game number 7. And we did not suffer an injury the entire playoffs or the entire first round, so that's good. All right. But I got to go with the same line out there. I have to. It's been 2 bad games, really. That's it. The game number 4 that we lost 2-1, you know, it sucks, but we were in that game. So, I mean, just 2 games that we weren't in. I got to go with the same line. All right, the same line went 16-3-2 to end the year. This is the line that deserves to see if we deserve to be in the second round. All right, so, boys, here we go. In Vancouver. Is the road streak going to continue, or is the home team going to pull it out here in game number 7? Fucking A, Howla, the fantastic Finn. First shot of the game. Good. Ryan Miller had a shutout in the last one. The first shot in this game goes in. Beautiful. Good job. Leave it up to a fantastic Finn when you need it. All right, come on, boys. There you go. All right. Slow it down now. First period, we had the 1-0 lead, but we're going to need more goals, all right? You got to help out Darcy Kemper. Yandel, I need you to get a point in this game, all right? You need to get an assist. You may have had an assist on that Howla goal. I need another one, all right? Captain Yandel, I'm calling you out. Here we go, second period. Captain Yandel, alternate Hansel. Oh, baby, Yakupov, first line. Nail Yakupov, the biggest goal of his NHL career. Third period, goal in a game 7 to give his team a 2-0 lead, and Hansel gives his team a 3-0 lead. Holy shit, the road team extravaganza. All right, so the end of the second period. The Arizona Coyotes are up by 3. The series is tied 3-3, game number 7, and we're out shooting them 26-17, so things are not looking good for the Vancouver Canucks, but it's not over till it's over. Darcy Kemper, this is the time for you to prove. It's all in your hands now. There's no reason why you should allow 3 goals in the third. So, boy, here it is. Let's see what you can do. Let's see what you can do, kid. All right, here we go. Power play. Oh, that's good. It was a long one. Oh, 10 minutes left, Kemper. That's all you got to go. 5 minutes left, Kemper. 2. Fucking shutout. He got a shutout. I don't believe it. He got a shutout in game number 7. Darcy Kemper. Welcome to the NHL, kid. 46 shots on the net for the Arizona Coyotes. We win 3-0. Darcy Kemper makes a 23-shot shutout there in game number 7. Holy crap. Howla of the goal from Teravainen, Yakupov from Bodker and Hansel from Yakupov. So the defense didn't show up, but our first and second line, these guys are tearing it up. I didn't see much depth goal scoring at all. All right, hang on a second. I want to make sure I don't lose this. All right, that's much better. Oh, man. So we won in 7 games, and every single one of the games, the road team won. Every single one of them. So thank God we didn't have home ice advantage. So at least our home fans get a chance to see us in round number 2 right now. And now we got to decide, you know, because the Whitecaps are down 3-0, or they're down 2-1 in the series. You know what? Let me just go to progress reports right here. Let me see if Darcy Kemper got any points from being on the NHL team as a backup during the playoffs. Byzantine, no, he didn't. But he's listed as a backup goalie, right? So, I don't know. I want to send him down to the minors just because. But you know what? I don't want to break... No. I don't want to break the chemistry of the room. Byzantine is on the backup bench right now. And he's giving the players something to cheer for. You know, He's doing his job as the backup this year. As a rookie goalie, he's watching what it takes to win in the playoffs. So it's a good learning experience. Byzantine stays up on the team, boys. All right, so let's simulate ahead here and see who we have in round number 2. And we have the St. Louis Blues. And the good news is that we have home ice advantage. Yeah, I'm not making a mistake this time. There's the red, so it's different. Home ice advantage. All right, good news. That is good news. So Stat Central, let's see who produced for us here. Did I go to team standings? Didn't mean to do that. Let's see who produced for us here in the playoffs. Player stats. Guarantee you it was the top 6. The bottom 6, the third line, fourth line really didn't do much. But that's okay. So Bodker with 3 goals, 3 assists for 6 points in 7 games played. That was a great series for him. Hansel, same thing, 3-3. Great series for him. Teravainen, 4 points. Only 1 goal, but still second line center. We needed those points. Yakupov, he had a great series. A big goal there in game number 7 to make it a 2-0. Hansel made it 3, but that insurance goal by Yakupov, the biggest goal of his NHL career right there. Eric Howla. Well, maybe not the biggest, but like the most meaningful. Howla, 2 goals, 3 points. Yeah, that's second line. And Riley Smith only had that one goal, but they were there. And then, yeah, our third and fourth line really didn't chip in much. So, it's like the Vancouver Canucks really couldn't score goals. I think Darcy Kemper was our the main man there. Ekman Larson with 3 points. Yandel only had 1 point that series. So, yeah, I think it's Darcy Kemper. Yeah, 2.0 goals against average, or just 2 goals against average. 4 and 3, and a save percentage of 93.14. So Darcy Kemper came in here, and he pretty much helped us, or he pretty much beat the Vancouver Canucks by himself. He did. We didn't score enough goals to beat a team that would be able to score goals on us. You know what I mean? Darcy Kemper was the difference maker in that series. It came down to game number 7. Ryan Miller had 2 shutouts. Darcy Kemper had a few good games, and he got a shutout in game number 7. So it came down to Kemper, and he took the ball and he ran with it. I told you, he wants to become an NHL starter. What a trade that was. Howla and Kemper have gotten me now to the round number 2 for Mike Smith. Let's see if Mike Smith has got Minnesota to round number 2, though, as well. So the good news is that we don't have to face Chicago or Minnesota in round number 2. We got to face St. Louis. But, yeah, one of those teams is waiting for us in the next round. So if we can get by the St. Louis Blues, and that's a big if, all right, we're going to have to go up against Chicago or against Mike Smith. So that Western Conference final looks like a potential gem. But again, we don't want to look past the St. Louis Blues because you got a tough team here, all right? And in the Eastern Conference, you have Toronto versus Tampa and Philadelphia versus Ottawa. All right, boys, so a great year 2 so far for the Arizona Coyotes. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next one.